Near about 7 plus foreign banks either quitted India or they trimmed down. And the latest one is the Citibank. I know to most of the people it hardly matters because people do not aware the quantum of the jobs left because these foreign banks left. India is always considering to be a global financial center, which would never happen because global financial center needs foreign banks. And in the last few years, we have seen near about 7 plus foreign banks quit. But as usual, the corrupt Indian media is silent. Future Group again defaulted on our interest payment of non-convertible debentures. And I did warn many times that the non-convertible debenture hype in India would soon come to an end. You can yourself check on the Google that Future Group defaulted on non-convertible debentures interest. This isn't the first time Future Group defaulted. They did defaulted many times. And in the times to come, you will see that many more Indian corporates would default. So please be rest assured. To me, Russia is now going against United States because according to the public information, Russia warned United States that if US to provide the weapons to Ukraine, then it would have a dire consequences. You know, guys, if Russia attack US, example, then I'm telling you the World War III will start within minutes. And God knows what would happen. I request all the people to be very, very careful and keep analyzing the situation because it could take any U turn at any given point. Shanghai is facing a deep mess up. There are various photos and videos coming which suggesting that Shanghai situation is not going good. Having said that, the cases are rising in Shanghai. And to be honest, now they started rising in the whole Asia. I myself tracking this on the social media and finding that many countries, without quoting any specific name, is registering increase in the cases. Probably in a month or so, we will see a substantial jump in the cases, which would definitely impact the markets. But yes, as we speak, markets are silent and ignoring it. But the question is, how long? In the next 2 to 3 years, the world will see a huge volatility in the markets. There are many economists who are giving a prediction that United States economy will see a downfall. I completely agree with them. The reason is that United States as we speak is standing at a debt of near about 31 trillion US dollars. And I'm 200% sure that in the upcoming time they would be raising a huge amount of debt. And of course, the downfall is sure. But having said that, are we prepared? Sri Lanka is sending a delegation whereby they are seeking immediate funding from international institution. To be honest and precise, if Sri Lanka is thinking they will get the funding at their own terms and condition, then probably they need to reconsider it. Sri Lanka is already a bankrupt economy. They did defaulted on $51 billion of debt. And very soon, more Asian economies would be copying them. Having said that, sooner or later, we will see a huge debt trap on the cards. But having said that, are we ready to face this? I don't think so. रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर अभी चल रही है और ये किसी डायरेक्शन में भी मूव हो सकती है। अगर हम रीसेंट वार्निंग्स को देखें जो कि गूगल पे है, रशिया न्यूक्लियर या केमिकल वेपन्स का भी यूज कर सकता है। ये सारी वार्निंग्स आपको गूगल पे मिल जाएंगे। इन दिस इवेंचुअलिटी, अगर ऐसा होता है तो एक बहुत बड़ा डैमेज ग्लोबल फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम पे होगा। अगर गलती से भी इन दोनों में से एक ऑप्शन एक्सरसाइज हुआ, इसलिए मेरी सारे इन्वेस्टर्स से रिक्वेस्ट है कि प्लीज केयरफुल रहें, सारी न्यूज़ को ट्रैक करते रहें और प्रॉपर तरीके से एनालिसिस करें। If any crisis happened, say Russia to attack United States, or probably Russia to attack any country of Europe, then there would be a huge mess in the financial system worldwide. There are companies who have taken a huge quantity of debt and standing at huge valuations without quoting any name. These companies would be the first target if there is a meltdown. So keep tracking Russia news, because now Russia news might end up to a trigger event. Now, a biggest question. Of course, I would be making a detailed video. If foreign institutional investors sold 1.5 lakh crores worth of equities in the last 6 months, then common sense is domestic institutional investors bought 1.5 lakh crores, maybe slightly lesser than 1.5 lakh crore. This raises a big question, which is who all the domestic institutional investors who bought 1.5 lakh crores. It is whose money and in which stocks the domestic institutional investors are taking positions. Japanese yen is near about 126.5, and the way Japanese yen is going up, it looks like Japanese yen is targeting 150. Having said that, one thing is very clear. that Japan is sitting at a huge debt, and the debt to GDP ratio is near about 260%. And if there is any collapse, which by the way is imminent, then Japan would be losing a huge currency aspect, and we may see a higher what we are facing today. But having said that, keep watching and do your analysis. Netflix lost substantial subscribers, and according to the public information, near about 55 billion worth of market capitalization of Netflix is eroded. 55 billion. Now, this is actually the business model, that you lost the subscribers and near about 55 billion market cap is lost. And God knows if in next quarter the same performance would repeat, then what is going to get happen? Investors should be realistic that, guys, a quarter or so may be unrealistic in nature. Netflix lost substantial subscribers, and according to the public information, near about 55 billion worth of market capitalization of Netflix is eroded. 55 billion. Now, this is actually the business model, that you lost the subscribers and near about 55 billion market cap is lost. And God knows if in next quarter the same performance would repeat, then what is going to get happen? Investors should be realistic that, guys, a quarter or so may be unrealistic in nature. Citibank named the fraud they not done before 2008 and after 2008. And you would be very surprised that the same bank who done with so many frauds is now giving a target of 910 of Paytm. Definitely Paytm, a company who never reported profits. This can only possible in India when a fraud-ridden bank, and especially who sold his assets in India very recently and bought by Axis, is giving a target of 910 of a loss-making company. Yes Bank, who frauded investors. You all know what had happened to the 81 additional Tier 1 bondholders of Yes Bank. And do you know one of the subsidiaries of Yes Bank, named Yes Securities, is having a research license in India. In fact, Yes Securities are consistently coming in public domain and saying this share would be 100 rupees, 200 rupees, whatever. Now, can you even assume a company or a bank who registered a big fraud in India and investors lost, the subsidiary of the same bank is granted the research license? Many mutual funds of India again bought Paytm shares. This data came in public, and I would definitely be making a video on my YouTube channel. But one surprising fact is that these mutual funds are so careless, rather, they are aware that nothing would happen because they are using the retail investor money in buying the Paytm stock. This is the real face of Indian regulatory system. Real face. See yourself.